Well, it's noon here in Bethesda, Maryland on Friday, November 11th. And this is news that you can use from YAA with your hosts, Zach and Ray. And I must say, Zach's eyes looking much, much better. Um, Thanks to great medicines that are available in the USA all across
Happy
this land.
Happy Friday, everyone. Before we bring in our Friday guest, I have to do it. The alarm bells are ringing, folks. A recession alert. All right. It's all right.
Pops, I think someone's at the door. Can you let him in?
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the F&I goddess herself, Miss Kimberly Kline.
There's a recession alert. Recession alert.
Yeah,
I don't know if
thank
you heard that bell or not, but I was ringing it and ringing it and ringing it. So, hi guys, how are you?
Doing great. Happy Friday. We're jumping right in. Jumping right in.
Okay.
No pleasantries. We're getting straight to business.
Do it.
Okay.
All right, Pops. This data, you sent Kimberly and I this data. It comes from Primerica. Okay. They polled households with incomes of $30,000 to $100,000 and found that 37% of them had added credit card debt in the past 3 months, the highest percentage since the surveys began in July of 2020. A record 21% said they were making only minimum credit card payments. However, 60% still had the funds to weather an emergency $1,000 expense.
A whole $1,000 expense. Woohoo!
Kimberly, you reviewed this data. We reviewed this data. Recession alert?
It is reviewed data, and yes, I say recession alert. Yeah, I do. It scares me. Listen, you guys, I've been reading different data about people taking more credit cards. It is true. I know we've all heard it out there in the news and stuff, but it is true. More and more people are putting their groceries on credit cards. Are putting their gasoline on credit cards, and not on the gasoline card, but on whatever card that they're getting right now. So credit debt is skyrocketing in everyday households. True story.
It is, and you look at some of those numbers, and it just leads you to believe that people are utilizing credit to maintain a lifestyle to which they have grown accustomed. Whether that should be a lifestyle that they lead is another story, but they've grown accustomed to that lifestyle, and they're tapping into their credit cards in order to maintain it while we go through recessionary times with higher inflation. And that does not bode well, because as you said, when people use credit cards, and the vast majority don't pay them off on a monthly basis, well, guess what? How do you? I mean, if you just make minimum payments, you have consigned yourself to debtor's prison, basically, because you will be beholden to that credit card company forever. You will never get the damn thing paid off.
Yeah.
So this is a real slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope for sure. I will tell you guys, I've had, just in the past couple of weeks, I've had people asking me this question, and I know we discussed it yesterday, but they're saying to me, Kimberly, is it okay if I take a personal loan out to either buy my extended warranty or as a down payment on my new car? Can I take a personal loan as a down payment on my new car? Well, yeah, you can. That's the short answer of it. That's the short answer, because you can do whatever you want to do with a personal loan. Personal loans are very high interest rates. I haven't, looked at them recently, but I'm sure they're very, very high right now. Okay, so picture this. You've got someone that has taken out a personal loan for $10,000, then uses that $10,000 as a down payment on their $50,000 vehicle that they have stretched out for 84 months. What kind of a picture does that paint? Not hopeful. Yeah. More and more people are doing this, though, folks. Yeah, you can do it, but I do not advise it. Don't spend your money. Also, I've had a lot of people asking me about taking HELOCs or home equity lines of credit against their house, you guys. to buy a car. Yikes, you're going to suck out the equity in your home to buy a car. Let's think about that. Think that through before you go out and do that.
Last time I checked, and this was prevalent 2005, 2006, 2007, going into 2008. One of our neighbors where we lived in Scottsdale was in the real estate business, and bless them, I believe they must have refinanced their house like every 6 months because they were treating their house like it was a piggy bank.
Like a cash machine.
And
yeah, like an ATM.
Yes, exactly. And so they would refinance their house for more and more and more every 6 months. So it appeared as if they had all this cash to spend, which they spent. And then they found themselves in a situation where, guess what happened? The Great Recession hit. Their house was suddenly underwater. It wasn't worth what they had refinanced it for. This is not the most thoughtful way to approach consumer spending, which is to treat your home as if it's your ATM. Your home is your home, okay? And the fact that historically, anyway, homes have always appreciated. Just let it appreciate. Don't take the cash out before you retire. You might end up being, I don't know, in a position where you can't retire because you took all the damn cash out of the house.
Yeah, and now save it. And right now, in my personal opinion, is a time that you should be paying debt down. Right now, for that big R word. Do your best to be paying debt down. It's difficult to do when the prices of things are up, when the interest rates of things are up, and you're putting your groceries on credit cards. I get it. It's tough to do, but that's what people should be doing, is getting out of debt right now.
It's okay to put your groceries on credit cards and get the points, 2 times rewards, cash
use
rewards.
those points.
If you pay the damn credit card off at the end of the month, then it makes sense. But if you're not paying it off at the end of the month, you're getting yourself deeper and deeper into debt that you will find it harder and harder to get yourself out of. I use credit cards for things, but I mean literally every month they are paid off. I'm not using it for thousands of dollars a month, but whatever I use it for, like paying for my storage facility at the shore where my kitchen cabinets are still sitting. Okay. That's on my credit card, and that gets paid off every month. And hopefully they'll be taking them damn kitchen cabinets out of that storage unit, and I won't have to pay again.
All right. Can we look at the data? You guys know me. That's what gets me excited in the morning.
Yes.
Let's take a look at what Primerica.
Sorry, that's what gets you excited in the morning.
Sorry, Laura. Condition of personal finances is good or excellent. September of 2022, 53% of respondents said that their condition of personal finances was good or excellent. August of 2021, it was 65%.
Wow.
Income is falling behind the cost of living. 75% said that is the case for them. That's up 10 basis points, 10 percentage points from 10. That's 1,000 basis. Whatever. It's up 10% from August of 2021.
Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be.
Emergency fund to cover expense of greater than or equal to $1,000. 6 out of 10 respondents said yes. Back in August of 2020, it was 65%. Economic health of community is, quote, not so good or poor. 55% as compared to 54%. Ability to save for the future is, quote, not so good or poor. This one's huge, guys. 73% compared to 63%. Credit card debt has increased in the past 3 months. 37% said yes, as compared to 21%. This is then juxtaposed, or I guess supplemented by everything that we've covered ad nauseum for years here, 2 years now, with vehicle affordability going out the wazoo. Now used car prices tanking. We see the repo Mageddon around the corner. This is why I think I can use the little bell, thing. It's like, you don't have to look that far. Or even that hard.
I thought that meant recess just ended.
You know what I'm trying to say.
No, you're right.
Recess.
You're absolutely right. You don't have to look that far.
You really don't.
Would now be a good time to bring up my tip of the day?
Yes, sure.
Let's
little-
do it early this week.
It's a little early, but
That's fine.
here's a finance tip for you. Okay, this is for those folks out there that have a thin file. What's a thin file, Ray?
Well, where you just don't have a whole lot of credit. Maybe you're relatively young. You have one or two credit cards with maybe a $500 or $1,000 limit. You have no automobile history. Yeah, it's just there's not a lot of history there.
Yeah. And so we're working with a couple of people right now that are looking to order a car, and they have thin files. Kimberly, what can I do to build my credit up? Well, it used to be back in the day that you wanted to keep credit cards at a 50% or lower of your limit. Keep the balance at 50% or lower. Not so anymore. You want to keep your balance at 30% of the limit or lower. Now, you might say, but I should pay them off every month. Not when you're building credit. That's why it's called revolving credit on your credit cards. They want to see it revolve. They want to see you use and utilize that credit card. The trick is to get your score up there and to build credit quickly, say that 3 times fast, is to utilize it. Don't pay it off every month. Keep a balance on it, but make sure you keep that balance 30% or below of the entire limit of that card. There you go. That'll help
There's
you
a
build
tip.
credit fast.
I love that.
Yes, and do yourself a favor, since you're going to be making payments, okay, which means you're going to be incurring interest charges. Make decent sized payments.
Yeah.
If your credit card has a $10,000 limit and you have $3,000 of the credit usage, it doesn't mean that you're going to make a $35 minimum payment every month. Make a $300 payment, or make a $500, or even make a $1,000 payment. Show that you're choosing to make the payments, but sizable payments. You don't want to accrue or incur too much interest, because the interest rates that they charge on your credit cards is not cheap.
No, definitely not. You see all these people saying they're putting more and more money on their credit cards. It's disheartening to see, to be honest.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And you don't have to keep it at 30%. I see you. So just keep it at 5%. I don't care. Just keep it under 30%. It's going to help generate credit and generate a good score.
All right, guys, let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about the gift that keeps on giving, which would be our friends over at Carvana. We've got some incredible news coming out of Carvana land, gang, another state where they are now no longer able to operate. 2 Pennsylvania Carvana locations suspended from performing title and registration actions. The Commonwealth's Transportation Department said the suspensions are a result of either violations found during routine audits or from an investigation into complaints. The list of states that are banning, suspending, whatever word you want to use.
Well, they're still allowed to sell
They
cars
are, yeah.
in the state. Okay,
Mhm.
They are just not allowed to be the ones that perform the duties of titling and registration,
Right.
because they have proven conclusively within the state that they're unable to do that in a timely fashion. So they have to use, I would guess, third parties that are capable of doing it, but they can continue to sell cars in the interim. What it points out is that they have never, ever addressed the titling and registration issues that they have throughout the United States. It's not just limited to North Carolina or Florida or Michigan or Illinois or
North Carolina
or
Arizona,
or Pennsylvania
or Texas.
It seems to be just standard operating procedure for them. And it points out really that they're not interested in figuring out how to do it, because I don't know, they've had 8 or 10 years to figure it out already, and they just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they are the gift that keeps on giving.
They certainly are. They certainly are.
I was going to say, I'm looking forward to do another video about them. We don't have to look far for things that we can talk about in the videos.
Yeah, I took to the Bridgeville location because I know where Bridgeville is. It's a burb of Pittsburgh. Okay, it's out there, and I don't know. I think I told you guys this morning that our title gal, Michelle, at the dealership that I worked at, we did a lot of work for Pennsylvania. And if I ever went to her for an issue, she would say, Kim, it's so easy for Pennsylvania. The issues, they're nothing. It's so easy for Pennsylvania. But then I read this paragraph. Carvana's Bridgeville location was cited for multiple infractions, including not issuing registration plates in consecutive order. So, as a finance manager in the state of Maryland, we had to be sure that they were issued in consecutive order. And if it got out of order, watch out. The title department was on our tail end. So yes, I get that. And failing to deliver proper documents, fees, or taxes to regulators within 30 days of issuance. So that's the kind of thing that we're talking about for Carvana in the burb of Pittsburgh.
You know what would be interesting is if they're delaying making, say, the title and registration payment to the state of Pennsylvania, or they're delaying sending the sales tax to Harrisburg on the sale of cars. And perhaps, maybe, and I don't know this to be the case, but one of the reasons you might want to do that is if you have cash flow problems. And so you know, like consumers, you start to make determinations. Should I send the tax that I owe the state of Pennsylvania? Should I send that to them, or should I use that to go out and, I don't know, buy another car so that I can then sell it and owe the state of Pennsylvania even more tax? So if there are delays in the payments that they're supposed to be making to the state, that to me would be a bell ringer, in that there are severe cash flow problems for Carvana. And, you know, maybe they could be the FTX of the car business shortly. I don't know.
Wow. Go in there, Dad. Go in there.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I went there.
You
yeah,
did.
I went there.
You said it.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted people to know that I have no idea what FTX is, but I know they're going down, baby.
Oh, it's big and bad. I mean, that's a whole other topic. What's going on with the FTX? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So maybe we should buy some Bitcoin. Not now. No, I don't think so. Not right now.
Oh my God.
What do you guys make of this, Kimberly? I posted on TikTok and Instagram and all that fun stuff, talking about what could potentially happen if Carvana went out of business and had to liquidate their inventory, that it could be a bit of a domino effect for the used car market. What do you think? What do you make of that? They have over 100,000 cars that they're sitting on. And obviously, they owe a ton of money. FTX just filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy today. Like, what if Carvana has to do that and liquidate assets? Like, could that be the first domino in driving used car prices down even more?
Yeah.
I think it could. But what do you think?
So. I do. I think so, too.
I agree. I would think that it wouldn't bode well for the industry. I think it would be good for the consumers if they were to start liquidating their inventory at reduced rates, at reduced prices, and then hopefully sort of kind of like flood the market to a degree, so that every dealership would be forced to start lowering their prices to the consumers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be beneficial. I think it could get ugly if suddenly, you know, 100,000 cars from Carvana, you know, maybe they could run them through ADESA and get a discount on the fees.
Maybe.
Since they own ADESA.
I do think it would change the market, though. I mean, imagine if they just went out one day, boom, Carvana's going down. Do remember, I predicted that 12 to 18 months. Although I think I predicted it 12 to 18 months ago. But I do think it would change the used car market a bit.
We have a comment here from Igor. Zach, just so you know, CarMax and AutoNation are already buying Carvana's inventory. So interesting if that's true, Igor, which appreciate you sharing it. But yeah, it's a perfect example of what we expect to happen, which is they got to get rid of those cars.
And my question to Igor, who has many more contacts in the industry than I do today, is: are they buying it at reduced fire sale type prices, or are they just buying it what current auction values for those vehicles
Good
might
question.
be, as opposed to obviously they're not buying it for what Carvana owns it for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
good
wouldn't
question.
think. Yeah.
Let's switch gears again, guys. I'm actually going to jump to it right now.
Really? You gotta
gotta
be kidding me. What? Okay.
Hopefully the volume wasn't too loud on that one. Sorry about before. We had, Dad, posted on the great internet. I'll pull it up on the screen, Kimberly. I know I didn't share this with you in advance, but I think you'll get a kick out of it. We have a Mercedes dealer trying to sell a 2021 AMG GT Black Series. So let's be very clear. This is a very limited edition vehicle.
Yes.
The MSRP on the thing to begin with is $338,000. They have a $336,000 market adjustment on this vehicle. And then your full paint correction and ceramic cover, that's $3,495. The days of markups are not entirely gone for specialty vehicles like this. We're still seeing them. This is an insane, really. You've got to be kidding me.
They doubled the price of the vehicle. And here's the really scary part, is there's probably somebody out there that's going to say, I just got to have that. I just do. I just have to pay double what the MSRP is. So I can say to all my friends, look what I can do.
Actually, yeah, $34.95 for the full paint correction and ceramic pro is not bad on a $700,000
car. Yeah, I mean that's next to nothing.
I mean, it's not bad. That's a deal right there on the paint protection.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. That is insane.
I don't know if you read this anywhere. I think it was a car dealership guy tweeted that the bloom has come off the rose for the G series wagons.
Oh, the G wagons?
Yeah, the G wagons.
What does that mean? The bloom has come off the rose? Is that a saying?
It means that the dealers are selling them to themselves, okay, and not getting the type of markups. You know, we would see a G wagon that was $160,000, it would be marked up to $260,000, and well, the dealers aren't getting those type of markups anymore, and the dealers that are sitting on all the ones that they bought, they're trying to figure out how to get rid of them to other dealers. Well, let me help build up your inventory. What if I sell you? Yeah. What if I sell you some of the ones that I bought for what I own them for them? That way you can have some inventory. It just means that maybe people have come to their senses.
Is that what you think, Kimberly? We're seeing some reality checks.
You know, there's going to be somebody out there. I'm thinking of Jeffree Star. I don't know if anybody knows who Jeffree Star is, but he's a very, very wealthy guy, and he's always buying vehicles like this. So my immediate reaction is, who the heck is going to do something like that? Yeah, there's more than one person out there that's going to do it. Guaranteed.
And as you well know, it only takes one.
It only takes one. It only takes one. And then Mercedes will do it again and again and again.
That's 2021, guys. That's just like mind-boggling to me that it's a 2021 Black Series. It's a super limited edition. It's like the most race-type Mercedes you can possibly get. You know, it's like beyond just the typical AMG. But still, 2021, and they're doubling the price of it. And yeah, you're probably right. Someone will, maybe they'll negotiate a little bit down, but they'll probably buy the damn thing, which is super sad.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right.
If it were me and I was the guy that wanted, I would buy it. I would never drive it, and I would put it in an auction, Barrett Jackson, 20 years from now or 25 years from now, and make a killing, and probably sell it for like $30 million at that point, because the dollar will be worth cents on the dollar at that point.
You know, I gotta, since you brought that up, Barrett Jackson, happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. My father was a veteran.
Day.
Yep. We thank you for your service. My father was a veteran as well. He was in the Navy. But let me tell you, we used to sit in front of the television and watch Barrett Jackson. And it seemed to me like he would say to every car, I bought that car for $2,500. And then it was selling for $150,000. And he'd be sitting there shaking his head. Next one would come up. Oh my God, I bought that one for $1,500 and it's selling for $100,000. And he would shake his head. If only he would have held on to those vehicles. So, yeah.
The Barrett Jackson auctions are the perfect example of people who have more money than sense. They so overpay for so many of the cars that they're buying. I remember. I guess this was about 10 or 15 years ago. We actually had our Acura meeting, ad meeting at Barrett Jackson, because one of the dealers was running his NASCAR through the lane at Barrett Jackson. And there was a used NSX. Okay. And we were Acura dealers. There was a used NSX that went for so much more than what it's. I mean, as a dealer, if we had that car, we would not have had the nerve to ask for the type of money on a retail level that these bidders paid, because, well, it's going through Barrett Jackson. It's got to be special. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And that little bus was special too. I mean, people just delude themselves into thinking that, well, because it's here, it's got to be worth all this extra money, and it's not.
Brand association, man.
Well, let's get that working here.
Hey, can I pull up a couple messages from the chat real quick, and then
absolutely.
can we do our Friday wins, pretty please?
Yeah.
Eric wants to know, does the YAA car search pull in vehicles from Carvana? It does. At least I'm fairly certain it does. Maybe Justice, Phil, keep me honest here, but I think we pull in Carvana listings. Keep me honest, but I'm pretty sure we do. And then Bob wants to know, based on the VIN, is there a way to determine how long a car has been on the market? Yep. If you join YAA, that's what our market price report does, Bob. So go ahead and run your market price reports, and that'll tell you the conditions in your area for a particular vehicle, how long it's been on the lot, similar vehicles for sale, all that fun stuff. Can I start with my win, and then maybe we'll go to you, Kimberly, and then back to Pops?
Okay.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Okay. My win. A couple of things, actually. I've posted them in our Instagram stories. I am getting more and more here. You know what? I'll just do what I always do. I'm going to find one live. Give me 1 second. Go into my Instagram DMs. This is from Pat.
Yeah.
Okay. I walked away from a 2023 Suburban Premier 4x4 because they wouldn't come off of a $5,000 market adjustment. They called me back a week later asking if I'd buy it for MSRP. Also knocked 2% off the interest rate because of what I learned from your Deal School videos.
What are you saying?
Also, I got this one in my Instagram DMs today. Hey, just wanted to share for others. I negotiated out of a $5,000 market adjustment just by asking once when putting in my order on a new 2023 4Runner. We as the buyer are now in the driver's seat. Don't pay that nonsense. Again, my Instagram DMs are flooded with these stories.
Love that.
Huge Friday win. Kimberly, Pops, you guys saw me. I was on the phone literally 30 seconds before we went live.
30 seconds.
With a woman who
on
called
the phone.
in. Yep, she had questions about the extended warranty. I was answering them for her. All good, all good. And she said, Zach, because of you guys, I got this Ram. It was either $1,500 or $2,500. They were asking $26,000. I got it for $23,000. Friday wins, babies. Like that is how I end the week feeling good.
That's awesome,
really
Zach.
awesome
I
stuff.
love it.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very,
Kimberly,
very
on to
well
you.
done. All right. So my win of the week is Axel Rose in the community. So, and you know who Axel Rose is. Anyway, it was late night. He bought himself a Toyota, and you know he started this off with a question about, hey, they're telling me here at the dealership that the interest rate is coming directly from Toyota Finance, and that they can't mark it up. And I'm like, yeah, they can. They can. And so we discussed that a little bit. But then he came back later. And he says, look, we turned this deal around. They had us at 7.9 for 72 months last night. We were dummies. We signed. But then I guess it just kind of nagged at him all night. And you know what he did? He said, so this morning I had a conversation with the general manager. I explained everything, even asking them to show us the buy rate, which they would not, of course, but still use that term buy rate. And after talking to him, we are now re-signing the paperwork at 4.9 by 72, which is more in line with my credit union. Our plan is to pay off the car in 6 to 8 months, so this will work better for us. But wow, what a way to turn a deal around. I am so proud of Axel Rose for, I'm sure that was nagging at him all night, laying there thinking, oh my God, we signed at 7.9 for 72 months. I know our credit and I know it's better than this. And he's just not going to, we're not going to take it. That's Twisted Sister, not Axel Rose.
We're
But,
not gonna
yeah.
take. Oh, we could get copyright. Never mind.
Now, I do know that this does not happen every day. You can't just go in the next day and talk to the general manager and say, hey, we're not going to take this. This was a special circumstance, and the dealership did the right thing. They redid his paperwork for him. Had he not done this, you guys, he's stuck with it. Yeah, he can go refinance later at his credit union, but he took the bull by the horns and turned it around, and I'm very proud of Axel for that.
That's a wonderful win.
May I just do a quick reminder for everyone? This story that Kimberly just referenced, let me pull it up on the screen here. The story that Kimberly just referenced is from the entirely free YAA community forum. We're up to nearly 20,000 people that are here on the community forum space. Mario is our community mayor. All of our team members are here as well, helping, and community members help one another as they navigate their car deals. So please, please, please use the community forum. And then finance and refinance side of things, we are now up with our 4 credit union partners. So if you come to join YAA.com, you can go to the finance or refinance pages, or simply click here where it says finance, choose what state you're in. Let's say I'm in Connecticut. You will be taken to the credit union that can service you in that particular state. Some credit unions, you can be a member just by being in the location. Other credit unions, like Wings, if you're out of particular states, you'll have to become a member. That costs you $5 when you open a savings account with them. The fact that you can get pre-approved and get the full approval entirely online in one place. Hundreds of YAA members are starting to do this, so please take advantage of that. And since I'm doing my promo, Pops, and then your Friday win, we are running today for Veterans Day a 10% off for the membership and $50 off for the extended warranty. So if you are thinking about purchasing a vehicle service contract or extended warranty, take advantage of that. Use the code VETS50. And if you are going to join us, we updated our plans page, so take a peek here. If you're going to join us either on the YA membership or the Plus membership, use the code VETS10 and get 10% off. We appreciate everyone.
Hey, what if they use the code VETS10 for the free membership?
Still going to be free. Still going to be free. And hey, I just want to let everyone know, I have sent out so many freaking emails to car wash companies. Like all the car wash companies are owned by private equity firms. So I've been contacting a bunch of private equity firms trying to negotiate some discounts on car wash. And I also finally, it hit me this morning. I got in touch with Turo. I want to get a discount for YAA members with Turo. Yeah. Like every time you rent a car, you should get a discount because you're a YAA member. So I'm going to talk to them about that.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yes.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're going to build more and more value into YAA Plus. So, and already it pays for itself with the maintenance and repairs, which is great to see.
Yes.
Pops, your win.
My win for the week. My win for the week, ladies and gentlemen, was I got my son to discuss clickbaity titles. Okay. There is a video on the main channel today, the YAA channel, about, YouTube and the need for clickbait titles. It's unfortunate. It's the rules is set up by YouTube. Zach and I had a conversation about that, which we recorded yesterday, and you get to basically listen in on our conversation. And so far, the comments are overwhelmingly supportive of what it is that we're doing. And as many people have said, it is what it is. It's what you have to do to get our eyeballs to then be able to take advantage of ways you can save us money. So it's certainly worth putting up with those titles in order to get our eyeballs on your website. It's not something that we like to do or that we really want to do, but it's it's YouTube's game. They set it up. It's their bat. It's their ball. We've addressed it. Go watch the video. Go listen to it. I think it's a win because it continues the transparency that has driven everything, and I mean everything that we have done with YAA since its inception. So that, I think, is my win for the week.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
You buddy. That's fantastic. I mean, that's how it works, right, Zach? The clickbait. I mean, that's how we get the eyeballs, and we are transparent. That's the difference, right? We're transparent enough.
I don't even know if take enough off. We were transparent. Like especially if you're on the team, you have access to all the same information I have. I've been very clear about that from day one. So super appreciative of the community and everyone that supports what we're doing and what we're building towards, which is obviously to be that one-stop shop for everything auto. And you don't have to get screwed. You don't have to worry about if you're getting taken advantage of or anything like that. And I want to mention, just give a quick shout out to the YAA Electric channel. They're going live in 9 minutes. They're going to be talking about Kimberly and Pops. We're probably going to have to do a video about this on the main channel, to be honest. Toyota, when they launched their BZ4X, they put out some pretty, honestly, lackluster claims about the battery and how far the vehicle could go. Thank you. Is this Toyota's Dieselgate? Justice is sounding a little bit like me. Thank you for that, Justice. Essentially, Dad, testers and Kimberly, testers have put the BZ4X to through its paces. It seems like maybe 25, 33% off of what Toyota has claimed in terms of battery capabilities. It's a huge story, and it's probably the latest indication of, are we actually going to go electric or not? Anyway, definitely take a peek over at YAA Electric. And Kimberly, you're going to wrap us up with this one. With interest rates going up, our finance manager is going to be getting more, quote, coupons to lower rates for good customers. Knowledge explosion. Let us hear it.
What I want you to do is use your terms to get those coupons. And remember, those coupons for better interest rates are just something that the finance manager makes up, okay? You're not getting any coupons. They're just making it up, saying, it's a sunny day, I'm going to give you the sunny. Oh, the best one is the friends and family. The friends and family. Do you know anybody that's bought a car here before? Well, no, if friends, family, they'll come up with anything. So yes, with the interest rates coming up, do remember, finance managers will always get buy rate, and then pass the sell rate off to you. Please use that term. Nobody else knows that term but the finance manager. So as soon as you use that term, it turns the tables immediately and makes the finance manager realize that you know what you're talking about. So push
Kimberly,
for it.
Can we just demonstrate? I'm going back to the Join YA website. Under resources, yeah, it's down here at the bottom, but there's a shop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the shop. You can get yourself, if it's taxable, it's negotiable things. I'm gonna view all. Second page, folks. Second page, out the door. Bam. What does this say right here? Let's look at the T-shirt. Whoops, that's the back of it. I want to see the front. There we go.
Yes.
What's the buy rate?
If you walk into it, but I would just die. If somebody walked into my office with that T-shirt on, I don't even know what I would say. You
know what would be better, Kimberly, if they walked in and they had their regular shirt on, and as they're sitting down, they unbutton the regular shirt and pull it open to show that T-shirt that says, "What's the buy rate?" You would just, oh gosh.
Well, I can tell you what would happen immediately. I've got somebody that I'm not going to pull anything on. Okay. I know that I'm going to have to show you what the actual prices are of those products. I'm not going to be able to bury them into the payment and try and make you think it's all about payment. Immediately, you've just turned the tables. But yeah, if somebody does that, can you take a picture? I would love to see that.
We're at some point. It's not, eventually we're going to do some sort of contest for folks that wear YA merch and take photos in it eventually. So stay tuned for that. But gang, let's remind everyone, Pops, you and I will be live tomorrow night
That's what I've
7
heard.
p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Going to have a fun weekend Saturday night show, so please join
5
us.
p.m. Phoenix time.
5 p.m. Phoenix time. And Kimberly, you'll be back with us again next Friday. And folks, if you are interested in learning from Kimberly one-on-one, I thought I was done doing promotions, but I actually
thought you were too.
I got one more up my sleeve. Well, here we'll do two really quick. Again, YA Electric Channel. Please go join them afterwards. If I go to joinyaa.com, under membership, there's one-on-one consultations. I can now schedule a consultation call with Miss Kimberly Kline herself to talk about finance or products in the F&I office, credit, things like that. Of course, you can also schedule consultations with the rest of our team to get help navigating your other car questions. So everything's back at joinyaa.com. And now you can meet one-on-one with Miss Kimberly Kline as well.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm in. I'll have to set up some time.
Thank you so much. I really look forward to helping people through the finance office and products, credit, those kinds of questions. I'm excited about that. And the YAA Electric Channel. Yes.
Yes. Switch over to that now.
All right, guys.
know.
Everyone have a great weekend. Kimberly, enjoy your Friday. Pops, enjoy your Friday. See you guys on Monday.
Yeah, we'll be back here Monday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, with more news that you can use from YAA. We want to thank everybody for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you back here again Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.